to my favorite market, which is Westfield. I love this market, and it just continues to, unlike Chris, I'm not a turncoat and fair weather fan on the Westfield. I was cautiously optimistic last month, and right as rain here, it is producing. It is just still killing it. If we look at rents over time, so we're starting off January of 24, a little bit over January 23, so up 3%. We are down slightly from December of 23, but I mean, gosh, look at that sneak peek. I mean, that is just going through the roof in February, so I cannot wait to see February's numbers. That's going to be awesome. So active homes, 129. We'll get to what that looks like in terms of history and compared to other months, but average rent right now for January, 2157. Again, gosh, that's so healthy. Remember looking at that last month. We looked at it 2 years ago, and this up $500-600. I mean, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, and then harping on, what we've been harping on here is average days on the market. I mean, gosh, what a turnaround from last year. 28 days on the market. This is down 26% from last year, 31% from last month. So, I mean, gosh, it just seems like every market we're talking about is really doing great in days on the market, heading in the right direction in terms of average rent. So, gosh, it's just exciting times to talk about all these numbers. I mean, January is shaping up, or this spring, I guess, is shaping up like a really positive year for residential real estate.
Absolutely. I could agree more. I mean, we were talking on the front end of this, what are we seeing here? Well, let me first talk about, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. So your average days on market, right? Love average days on market. You're seeing 28 and you're looking down and you're seeing it's down 31% from December. Well, wow. Well, where was it the prior month? I mean, what does that look like in actual numerics? I mean, that's 41 days on the market, which also doesn't scare me. I'm completely fine with 41 days on the market. Again, I plan on beating that, but 41 days on the market is fine. I think
in December, December is like, that's
very good point. Exactly. During the month of the biggest holiday of the year. Yeah. You're seeing 41. That's great. So even seeing the down 31%, that might even make people a little bit nervous. That is absolutely nothing to be nervous about. And I think what you were saying earlier about the projection of possible interest rate decreases by the Fed, I think there's just a calmness in the market, because otherwise I was trying to attribute this to an early sign of what's coming into spring. But I think we're too early in the year for that. I mean, we're talking about January numbers. I think we're too early to be preaching about the seasonality trend of what happens in the springtime. I think that there's just a calmness in the market right now. So the market's just picking up, right? So these markets that we've been talking about that are really great markets are turning out to look like stunning markets.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. All right, let's jump over to sales price here real quick. 374,701. Again, this is homes under 500,000. That is down slightly from both last month and last year. Nothing huge, but 2.5% over year, and then 1.5% month over month. There are a ton of those homes available. 60 of those homes transacted in December, so a good amount of inventory at that price. Let me just jump over here to the active homes and days on the market over time. So, what's interesting is we do see a lot more inventory. We talked about this last month, where there's a lot more inventory as compared to the beginning of the year and last year. Attributable to probably just so much building out there, so much activity out there, so many people moving out there. So while at the face of it, this does look kind of shocking. I mean, you're kind of more than double your inventory. It's heading in the right direction in terms of 129 to 107. But B, this is a little bit of a unique market, and I don't know any market really like Westfield that's building at the pace that Westfield is building at. I mean, to my knowledge, I think I don't have any stats, but it's just knowing the market. Westfield is head and shoulders above everyone else in terms of activity level for building and influx of people, influx of houses, commercial stuff. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that, because that's exactly what I was just taking notes here on, and I wanted to speak on really quick, is that all the space that Westfield has, I mean, right? They're building at a faster pace. They have so much more available space right now. I mean, they can expand. Who knows what that is going to look like over the next 5, 8, 10 years. My goodness, they have plenty of land, plenty of space to continue an enormous amount of expansion. So what I wanted to get your thoughts on is, what do you think about an appreciation play in Westfield? Not only is this a great area, I think, to have a current investment property in, but wow, correct me if I'm wrong, but knowing the expansion that's happening in Westfield and what they're trying to do and what they're accomplishing in Westfield, wow, what a potential for an appreciation play, right?
Yeah, I was actually just going to mention that. I mean, so I think of all places, maybe this is your highest potential for appreciation.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like you were saying, who cares? Down 1.5% from last year to 2.5% from last year. Who cares? I mean, the trajectory of Westfield and the prices in Westfield is through the roof. I mean, you look at this. I mean, it's very similar to the rent that we looked at, right? It's up what, $500-600 over the last 3 years. I mean, you look at these prices 3 years ago. You know, you could have got a house for 150, 175. That same price, that same house is now selling for 300. So it's just, you know, it's just going to be through the roof. So I mean, yes, you want to talk about an appreciation play. Westfield is probably maybe one of your best we talk about for sure.
Yeah, I think that's huge. Yeah, I think we'll keep that as a conversation topic as we continue here over months and months and years here. But I think absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'll just wrap up Westfield with days on the market. So again, we're at 28 days on the market, which is extremely healthy going into January. Could not be more excited about that. Last year, kind of the same as everyone else. Had a little bit of a sporadic year. Had a really crazy month in July, but then it evened out. So overall, it's really healthy. And again, 28 days going into January, super healthy. So excited about that. Not concerned about days on the market in Westfield at all.
Agreed.